Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video I'm going to tell you about the new gun racks that I got. These are the Steve's Gift Shop 8-gun gun racks. They are going to run you about $200 including shipping. They ship via UPS. These are made in the USA. I bought my first one several months ago, and I liked it so much that I recently bought a second one. As you know, I collect air guns and also real guns. So when you order one, they're going to cut out the pieces and drill the holes and assemble it at the factory, and then they are going to disassemble it and ship it to you. Right, so you know all the holes are drilled in the right places. It comes in 4 pieces, a top rack, a base plate, and 2 side pieces. It also comes with hardware, that's one of the screws, and a little instruction sheet. And you are going to need a Phillips screwdriver, and I just used the one on one of my Swiss knives. Assembly is pretty easy. So you have those 3 screws securing each side piece to the base plate. Now you figure if it takes you like a minute to screw in each screw, and then 10 or 15 minutes for just laying this all out and figuring out how it fits together and clean up, you're talking about a build time of 30 minutes or less. Right, so the side of each side piece is secured with 2 screws, so there's 8 more screws. All right, and then there's just 4 more screws that secure the top rack to the 2 side pieces like so. So as far as ease of assembly and fast build time, I would give this an A. I'm definitely very happy with these gun racks. Now, you have to be really careful with gun racks like this. There are cheaper ones, right? There are cheaper imported ones, but I will explain why those might not be the best option for you later in the video. So that is the last screw being screwed in. I didn't show every single screw just because I think you get the idea, and your time is precious. These gun racks have been serving me well, right? And it's done. It is a very stable, sturdy, and secure gun rack. Right? That's what it looks like. When it's assembled, looks great. It weighs about 12.5 pounds. Now that rack I'm going to use mainly for my 177 and 22 caliber air guns. And the first rack in the corner there I use mainly for 30 caliber and 25 caliber and maybe a few 22s as well. Now this gun rack will accommodate even my longest air rifle. Now, you got to be really careful when buying gun racks, especially on Amazon. I did a lot of research before I bought these racks, and what you're going to find is that if you buy the cheaper China imports that are particle board, you have about a 20% chance of getting screwed over. Here is a review of a cheaper competing product. As you see, this guy needed 4 gun racks for a gun show, but some of the holes were not even drilled properly, and some of the base panels actually split apart after a few days, right? So, yeah, you're definitely taking a risk. If you buy a cheap one like this, you'll probably be okay, but there's about a 20% chance that a piece will actually arrive cracked or damaged, or that the holes won't even be drilled in the correct places, or maybe missing hardware. So, yeah, the cheaper ones, they're about half the price. But you're definitely taking a risk, so I decided to go with the Steve's Gift Shop gun racks. They're going to run you about $200 including shipping. Now, I don't go by country of origin, I just go by quality, but in this case the US made product was just noticeably superior in many key areas. I don't consider a gun rack to be a disposable item. I want the gun rack to last as long as I do. So I was willing to spend more in this case. I have not had any problem fitting any of my rifles in the racks. This is my Benjamin Trail NPXL. That is my longest rifle, and in fact it fits in the rack just fine. I have it in the rack in the corner there. So the rack will hold even my longest air rifles. Now I have reviewed every single rifle in those racks, right? So if you have any questions about any of these air rifles, feel free to check out my airgun playlist. Right, this is a great hobby. It gives you a lot of enjoyment. It's also practical in terms of pest control. right? Or small game hunting. And it also just keeps your marksmanship skills sharp. One of the first things I did years ago when I lost some weight and I got in better shape was to get back into air guns, because I knew at that point I would actually be able to get out in nature and enjoy them. As far as the status of my collection, I have 3 Gamos, 6 Hotsons. I've got BEEMAN, Crossman, Benjamin, Umarex, Stoger. You know, I grew up with guns. That plaque there is to commemorate my father, who is a Vietnam veteran. He's still alive to this day, but we can still commemorate him. I hope you like the decorations in my storage room here. I'm still working on it, but here's one of my mottos. Hate cannot be rushed. It is ready when it is ready. And you see that every day on the 6 o'clock news, and you'll be seeing it more as history unfolds. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful to you. I highly recommend these gun racks. If you're into air guns as well as knives and other gear, consider subscribing to me. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Air Guns. I'm out.